Yeah.
What would you say when you think about what your personal influence has been in terms of not numbers, but impact in a more general concept? What do you feel, or what do you think it has been, and what do you hope it is, I guess?
God, that's such a good question. I honestly don't really know. I mean, I think when you're when you're on the smaller side, you kind of feel like you're talking to yourself a lot of the time, and I know that's not true. Again, because I get those comments like "lurker for years," or like I will write some blog posts about that, is really, I guess, just important to people, and I'll get a ton of comments. So it's like clearly people are paying attention. I think I want to say I've probably had a good impact on grief and like grief advocacy. Like I do get a lot of really good comments about that, and that means so much to me as like someone who deals with that every day. And then in a silly matter, like I guess like from beauty, like I've always talked about wearing SPF, and I'll still get comments from people being like, I started wearing SPF when I was 20 in my early 20s because I followed your blog, and like I would have never known otherwise. And like saving people from skin cancer over here.
Made a dent. It is interesting because the community, I feel like the community aspect of being online has dwindled over time as, like, I don't know, there's just so many platforms and people aren't meeting and discussing in the comment sections the way that they
Right.
used to. Like my Substacks get like a comment or something. And so it can feel like screaming into the ether. And then yeah, when you do write a thing that hits with people, you're like, well, all these people are there. I just
Hmm.
had no idea.
And
And
it
I
makes sense
actually
because I'm not
yeah.
someone who like comments a ton on stuff either, so I totally get
What would
it.
I comment on?
Yeah.
No. I'm like, "Yeah, fire emoji." I don't know.
Sorry, I interrupted
Yeah.
you.
No, I think that, that sense of that the feeling of just talking into the void has made me feel safer in some ways, sharing, and also much less safe in other ways because it's like you're not getting that constant feedback that lets you know how things hit.
Right.
In the way that it used to be like you publish and it was like, well, that worked or that offended people. I broke the internet once because I wrote about racism in the South in 15 and that was not a thing that I nobody needed to hear Jordan Reed's opinion on. Anyway, I broke the internet, broke my site. There was a lot of feedback. It was incredibly valuable and actually it was fantastic, the feedback in retrospect, but at the time it was just like, oh, wow, like wow. I did not, but at the same time, if I hadn't had that feedback, there wouldn't have been that same opportunity to truly, truly not in like a just and I grew, but like truly
No,
did
something
from
like
that.
that